Hey everybody. So I think there's only been like two or three people that have watched this stuff, and it's probably somebody from YouTube making sure I'm not sticking anything on here that's bad. But anyway, so just a reminder that I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just somebody who has type 2 diabetes, and I want to discuss, take you along on my journey with type 2 diabetes. I've had it since my late 30s, early 40s. And the thing is that when you get type 2 diabetes, when you get the diagnosis, you're just in denial about it. But not so much because you don't want to believe the consequences of may have to endure the consequences of type 2 diabetes, and that you have to alter your lifestyle. But I didn't know any of that stuff. Nobody said anything to me. It's just like, here's a prescription of metformin. Don't drink Slurpees anymore, because Slurpees, I'm telling you, 7-Eleven Slurpees definitely had there was like a direct correlation to when my type 2 diabetes got really bad, and consuming Slurpees and sodas. So so the other day I decided that, hey, I'm gonna have a donut. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have 3 donuts. So I bought 3 donuts, ended up giving one away to my sister, and ate 1.5 donuts. And the effect that had on me was profound. I just, like, the reason I had half donuts because I threw the rest of the donut away, because it was just, it spiked my blood sugar like nothing else. And that seems to be the pattern with type 2 diabetes, is that, like, little things you could get away with before, you can't get away with anymore over time. As the disease progresses over time, I used to be able to have 5 or 6 donuts and be fine, relatively speaking. And now those days are over. The other thing that, they're over for now, and until I get my blood sugar, my type 2 diabetes under control, just with diet and exercise. So around, I don't know, 10 or 15 days ago, my doctor had warned me that, hey man, you're right. You're super high risk for stroke and heart attack. So I started working out, because I'd reversed my type 2 diabetes before. So I started working out, just walking, doing push-ups, doing flutter kicks for my abs, and in that 15 days, I've lost about 4 pounds. I'm under 300 now. I'm at 298. I shouldn't say I'm at 298 now, and it's incredible. My blood sugars, other than the day when I ate the donuts, have been really good. In the morning, like 95, 100, even lower. Sometimes, as low as 70. Of course, you don't want to go too low. That's the other thing. But, the big thing I want everybody to come away with is that if you don't take your type 2 your diabetes seriously, you're going to have some serious consequences, because having high blood sugar is, it just destroys your internal organs. And so the biggest concern for me is CKD. I already have, like, some numbness in my fingers and in my feet from the neuropathy, the nerve damage done by the type 2 diabetes. And what seems to be the best thing for that, beyond the blood sugar, controlling my blood sugar, is working out. If I work out, it seems like I have less and less of an effect in that regard. And so you really want to take it seriously, because if there is a point when it's just, well, it's basically too late. to do whatever you need to do to improve your type 2 diabetes. Move this camera a little bit. And it's just once you get to that too late stage, you can't undo certain damage, especially nerve damage. Your nerves won't revive. So I'm always going to have some numbness in my feet, some numbness in my fingers, no doubt. But today what I wanted to talk about was that incident with the donuts. Because as you go along, if you're relatively young, newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, you're going to be able to get away with a lot of crap that you won't be able to get away with as you age. So I'm 59 and almost 60. And I know that my days of deviating from this narrow path that I have to follow are essentially over. I mean, I have to do the right thing or I'm going to suffer. And a lot of people don't think about it this way. Well, maybe they do. I think of my health, which is the most important thing. I think of my health as taking care of myself as meeting an obligation to other people who depend on me, and a lot of people depend on me, financially and otherwise. My kids really count on me to be there in their lives. My sister really counts on me to pay for our mortgage on our house and to handle all kinds of other difficult and complicated issues. I'm a businessman, and so I have to keep up with my health so that I can perform out in the field when I'm doing field work, and so that I'm mentally sharp so that I can produce all these documents that I have to produce for the government. Anyhow, I talked to you guys about Beat Saber last time. That's really great way to work out. It's fun. I did a Beat Saber workout last night. And what was interesting is that what's been interesting to me is that I can only last for about 35 minutes and then I'm just done. But that has everything to do with my age. Like my arms get tired and I'm just completely worn out by that time. So, but it's a great workout. It's a lot of fun. And it's something that just keeps you going because you want to, I'm doing the campaign, which means that, there's levels to go through and eventually I'll master it, but it'll take forever to do that because I'm slow because of my age, But that has improved. That is improved by using Beat Saber. It's good for coordination and stuff like that. And this is stuff that we all want to do as we age, is that you really want to work on things that place demands on your coordination. Because if you don't, you'll decline quicker. And so this has been the thing for me about, it's like, if I do everything right and I take care of myself, I'm going to get old and die anyway or something. So that's just reality. But I want to have a good quality of life for as long as I can have it. I've had so many friends die of me in this last 3 years. It's been crazy. None of them from COVID, by the way. Stuff related to COVID. Because of COVID, because they wouldn't go to the hospital when they're sick because they're afraid. All this nonsense that people have avoided getting proper medical care because they're afraid of getting COVID and definitely don't want to see that. Anyway, like I said, I'm not a medical doctor. I think there's like 3 or 4 people that have watched it, and I wish you well. So take it seriously.